Hey Lisa, how are you?
Sorry, I had to unmute you. Can you hear me all right?
Sure can.
Okay. Hey, I had a friend contact you.
Yes,
Okay, I just wanted to make sure her name is Misty Sparks.
right, right.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that you guys hooked up and were and she lives in Mansfield, so yeah. So
She did her application and in fact, she just emailed me something. I had a question about her address and stuff. So she and I are talking right now on email.
oh well that's
Yeah.
so yeah, well she's a great lady and she's doing that, but she works for herself and she got divorced, so she has to do some of those weird mortgages, but I wanted to keep her open, and she was saying that her real estate agent hooked her up with the mortgage person, and it didn't sound kosher to me, so I told her to talk to you. But and I also know that she may qualify with the divorce for some things. So.
Great, great. Thank you so much. Hi,
Hey, JJ.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Hi, guys. I just came in late last night from Phoenix, so
Oh my
just
goodness.
getting back in the saddle here.
What was the weather there?
I'm real beautiful, 70 as opposed to 30 or 20. Yes, very pleasant. In a pool and a jacuzzi with a bunch of girlfriends I've been riding with for 35 to 40 years. Came
Right?
in from all over. There were 14 of us.
You know, it's
It was-
crazy when we leave here. We've got some friends who have a place in Daytona Beach. No, Pompano,
uh-huh,
Pompano Beach.
uh-huh.
And it's crazy to go from here when it's warm and have it be cold
Yeah.
there. And
Oh, yeah.
that happens. But this year we're going on the 11th of February, so probably won't be that cold here. Really.
No, I don't know. February seems to be Texas's North Texas cold weather, you know. Remember the first freeze in 21 was our first winter here. You know what I'm like looking at maybe more multi-unit investments as opposed to single family. Can you hear me? I can't hear anybody.
Yes,
I can hear you. I think that's a
Okay.
great goal.
Well, it there seems to be acquisition fee, and then of course if you keep it, there's rental income multiplied. So I don't know if you can get the private money or the lending right on a unit based on its based on its value and its ability to pay the loan, then it might be beneficial to think more units than one at a time. Then you still have somebody in the unit while you're fixing another one or have a vacancy. I don't know. You guys are the pros at this, so I'm just kind of entertaining that option.
right.
What
Well, just
about lending for that, Ruth Ann?
what?
What about lending on for that, like an 8-unit building?
Yes,
Um, do
we
you
have that.
have
Mhm.
you do? Okay. And based on the asset more so than the investor or both? If the
Um,
numbers are right, maybe, huh?
right, right. Either way,
Okay, good. I might need to talk to you.
great.
As a realtor, I can pull up a lot of things in any direction. I'm gonna rock and roll this year.
Good.
Just Yeah, got to stay in town. JJ, you look so pretty in this picture with your red jacket. Where'd she go?
I don't know, maybe she went to get a cold drink before we start.
Hmm. A blank piece of paper and a pen and pencil. Okay. I can do that. I ended up sitting between two people, mine and wife on the plane. I'm in the middle
me
seat
just,
and
speak to that for just a second. I'm trying to find the music phone, the phone that's got the music on it. And if I don't find it, we're just gonna get started. But yes, if you could please get a blank piece of paper,
got it.
preferably something like this. And if you have access to markers or a kid's room where you can steal some of his, that might be helpful. But get something to work to write with, you know, at least a pen. And this is going to be really cool. I'm really excited that you guys are on today. So, okay, go back to the story. I want to hear the rest.
I was looking for my pad. Is that what I could use? Use my iPad, and if you want colored markers,
Yeah, you can use a pad. I'm going to show you some examples of what people did with just a paper and a line, you know, plain line notebook paper. But if you've got a pad, I
yeah,
mean, if you've
okay.
got, you know, whatever you've got, because I didn't warn you about this, whatever you've got, we'll work with it. All right.
It's not worn yet. That's okay. I've got colored pencils. Will that work? I have my art studio in my office just to make it real simple. No excuses.
Colored pencils probably work better than the markers because I found out the hard way that some of the markers are way too dark. But it's all good. It's all good.
Okay. Okay, cool. Well, anyway, I sat between two people and the guy goes, they live in Denton and he's looking for a hunting, couple 100 acres for hunting. And I said, well, you know, I happen to know a realtor in Texas, not far from you. Oh, really? Anyway, I have all their information, so I'm excited. And then my husband got a couple leads for me, so we'll see how everything goes. All right, I'm ready. 3 colors, will that be enough? What colors do I have? Blue, I have blue. Okay.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay, good. I'm getting everything set up.
Okay.
Devin, I hope you're feeling better finally.
I do feel better. Thank you very much. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had this stupid cough for a while, but it's all right.
There's been plenty of going around. How are you doing, Lisa?
Who's Lisa?
That's Lisa. Lisa McCormick.
Oh, there we go. I see you.
Hey, Ruth Ann.
How are
All right.
you, Karen?
Doing good.
Good.
Do I need a straight line for this artist? Do I need a straight line? I have one.
No, you
No?
don't need a straight line.
Perfect.
Although you're going to be more of a perfectionist probably than the rest of us.
Well, that's probably, I don't know about that.
Oh, okay. We'll see. We'll see.
Art is not perfect. Okay,
That's
here we go.
that's the point. That's the point. And I'm actually
Okay.
glad to have an artist on here because you'll be able to validate some of the science that I talked to about why we're even doing this to kick off our real estate year. All
Hey,
right.
anytime I can get a colored pencil out, I'm excited. I just
Okay.
went, by the way, to a woman's group. It was maybe 10,000 cowgirls and artists. It was called Art of the Cowgirl in Queen Creek,
Oh.
Arizona. Just letting you know. So I've been very
Ooh,
inspired. Yes.
that sounds like fun.
Yeah, I'd like to enter some pieces next year. We'll see.
Well, you know,
All
I had
right.
a client that came. We're going to go ahead and get started here. One of the things I'm trying to do, I'm still not a whiz at it, is trying to check people in and capture their information. from the West DFW admin site. So while we're working on this, if it looks like I'm not paying attention, it's because I'm probably trying to do that and get it all closed out and capture the emails, because some people have said they've had problems with the emails. So I want to make sure everybody gets it. Okay. Let me just stop this share real quick so I can introduce the group. Stop share. There we go. Okay. Is my camera working? Okay, great. Hey, everybody, it's JJ. I want to welcome you to our West DFW Women Investors Group, Women Investors Network, which stands for which acronym is WIN, stands for WIN. All right, we are going to win in 2024 with real estate. Super excited. All right, and I'm so happy to see so many ladies on today. And we are going to do something very special. And in my heart and in my mind, I thought that I had told Sarah and Tim that we were going to do visioning for January, and that we were going to do, I forgot what it was, but I had it at the meeting last month or this month, and I thought I sent it, but I never hit send on the email. So I know some of you are going to feel a little bit off guard today, but I promise you, if you give it a chance, this is going to be something new that most of us haven't done. Is going to help us unlock our real estate, okay? Unlock our success. See, a lot of us have success in many other areas, but we may not have success in real estate yet, or we have success in this area of real estate, but we really want to get success in that area of real estate. Or we had success in this area of real estate. This is where I found myself in almost 7 years ago, when I had a really, really bad car accident. And if not for the real estate that I had at the time, I wouldn't have been able to maintain my quality of life because of all kinds of injury, including cognitive. And so I had to shift to a new type of real estate. I had to shift to a new type of life. I had to shift to a new type of healing in order to live my best life. All right. And so I'm super happy to be with y'all today. And I'm really excited for the conversation that we had. How can I get this view? I want to see everybody. Hey, it's on. Okay. Now look. I'm in rural Texas. I know some of y'all, or most of y'all, are in the Metroplex, and I see a couple folks that I invited as my clients that have come in from across the country. I just want you to know, I like having the camera on so we can see each other and interact a little better. But if you've got crummy bandwidth, then it's okay. All right. You just go ahead and turn your camera off, but participate. You get out of it what you put into it. So we want to hear your voice. We want to hear your participation. Okay. Now, the next thing that I want to add in is that this is the West DFW REI Group. Normally, I would broadcast from my office in Granbury. As you can see, I'm home with the kiddos. My husband has a basketball tournament today, and it is freezing. No matter how high we crank up the heat, I am still freezing. So I've got my sweatshirt on. Maybe we need to get Tim to make us some West DFW sweatshirts. Maybe that's what we need to do. But I don't have my sweatshirt, but I do have my mug.
Ah,
All right. Anybody else got the West DFW mug?
I'm gonna get it.
Oh, yeah, they were giving these out at this month's meeting. I'm sure they have some more left over for February. Okay. So with that said, if you have not registered, actually, no, you should have registered to be in here. But I'm gonna check that, okay? And it's okay. It's not gonna take long to cover what we're doing. And you can always, Robin, you can always go back and watch the replay or book some one-on-one time with me, which is at no charge for the people in West DFW REI. All right. So let me go ahead and pull that slide back up, and we're gonna get right into it. Man, I love hearing the conversation about multifamily and stuff. That's something I thought I was going to start in, and it led to the demise of my marriage. No,
Wow.
it didn't. It didn't. The fact
Don't say that.
that my ex wanted to take out these big $2 million loans and act like he was a multimillionaire so we could buy an apartment and move in as the property managers, but he spent all the money trying to look the look and walk the walk, and I wouldn't sign for the next loan. So it was like, we didn't take the $2 million. I forget what the smaller one was, but I was like, you will do that yourself. I'm not signing on any more debt. I teach people how to be debt free.
Oh, that's the way to do it.
Well, it is the way to do it, but in real estate, if you're not experienced, hold on. Stop
Where
the
did we
share.
all go?
Stop the
There
share.
we go.
Stop the share, because I want to hammer this point home. Okay. A lot of people build wealth in real estate leveraging other people's money. But as a financial planner, I'm gonna tell you, a lot of people lose leveraging other people's money. Okay. And I lost to the tune of $845,000. And then I said, I'm done. I've always taught debt free once I got out of debt, and I am no longer buying any real estate with debt. My real estate that I acquire is either cash or subject to. Okay. So that's not the only way to do it. But because of what I went through and how long it took me to get out of that debt, I'm not going back there again. I like being able to sleep at night, even if it means I have less doors than some of your big name gurus. All right. Some of those big name gurus who were trying to fleece people and scam people during 2020 because all their properties had loans and they couldn't make their tenants pay. And I'm going to tell you something. Now,
Oh,
this is
oh,
going to be a little mean. It's going to be a little mean, but if you had a property that didn't have a mortgage on it, then that property wasn't subject to all the CARES and whatever else acts. So that first month of COVID, when everybody decided they weren't going to pay their rent, I let them know very, very politely and with a nice big smile that this property is not covered by this act. And if they can't afford to move here, I will happily work with the realtor to find them somewhere else to live. All right.
JJ,
Anyway,
wait, can I tell you one thing? You guys are all
yes.
talking about commercial property. That's what's happening commercial property right now, because their debt is coming due and they can't refinance. So be very careful. Just, yeah, just to put in that thing. Yeah. They can't
well,
refinance. And the
and
Hilton Hotel in San Francisco in the financial district just foreclosed or didn't pay their loan. They were
oh,
foreclosed on. In the financial district in San Francisco, the Hilton Hotel closed or is closing because
wow.
so be very careful with commercial property.
Well, my niece is graduated with top honors, UCLA. She went to work for a major real estate analytical company, and her position is to analyze what the Fortune 500 companies need as far as office space and where in the world do they need to be, what street, how high off the road in the city, how much square footage
And
do
what
they
zone the
need a
building is.
reception?
Yeah.
And she said, watch out. It is, when we're talking about major commercial office space, there's a lot of trouble out there. A
Yeah.
lot of trouble
Sounds like we
because
need Devin to come
COVID
on
put
next
everybody
month and
home.
talk about commercial real estate pitfalls. Would y'all like that?
Yeah.
If she's
Yeah, let's
available.
set up yeah, it'd be wonderful.
Yeah, either
I'm
because
talking more
whatever I was
about,
gonna do next month, it can wait. We can do next month or we could do March, whichever one you like.
JJ, whatever you decide, the group decides. What I was speaking about is maybe more multi-unit, like 4 to
I
8
think
units.
I think we're all interested, right? And I think it's
Okay.
enough conversation that we would probably fill an hour with that conversation, right? Everybody
I love
agree?
it.
Everybody
Yeah.
thumbs up or head nod? Like I feel like I
Yes,
I
ma'am.
almost don't want to teach what I said I was going to teach because I want to hear more about this.
Now,
So,
when you mentioned,
I do need to get through my content.
you know
Yeah,
what,
go
I'd
ahead.
love to hear. I've got my colored pens and I'm ready to go. I didn't hear what you were going to do before, but I'm
Well,
excited.
we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. All right, all right. So let me pull those slides up, and that means we're gonna change the screen up a little bit. Share. You guys should be seeing a picture of me 20 pounds ago. I need to fix that. We're gonna talk about real estate visioning, and so this, if you're just coming on, this is our West DFW REI Group, Women Investors Group. I need to change that to network since that we changed that, and I'm really, really excited to be here. Before I get into the actual hands-on, I would like to know how many of you have created a vision board? Has anyone in here created a vision board? You can just, because since we've got the slides up, I can't see everybody, but you can just either raise your hand or you can just say, I have. Okay, I've got one thumbs up. Has anybody crafted their word for the year of 2024? That's a real big one. Everybody likes to craft their word of the year. Do we have any word of the year folks on today?
Not yet. Not yet.
All right, it's gonna come. It's gonna come. If that's your thing, it may not be your thing. And that's the reason why I like what we're doing today, because when people talk about vision boards, I envision cutting stuff out of the magazines and doing all this. First of all, I envision having all that clutter in my house, and I am not trying to have more clutter in my house. I have got enough clutter in my house. Anybody else feel me on that? I have got enough
Yes.
clutter. I'm not trying to add stacks of magazines that I'm going to clip one day for a vision board. No, because we all know one day never comes. Okay. And all the little stickers and then I go to these things and some ladies, they have all these big things and the big boards and all the, and you know what I have? I have sticky notes. It's not like when it comes to my mind, let me real quick, put it on there and we'll see. So that's what my board is over here. My thing is sticky notes. Okay. So maybe that's not your thing. What about your 2024 goals? Has anyone in here sat down and said, this is what I want to accomplish in 2024 in my health, in my relationships, in my business, whatever it is, or all the things? Has anyone done that yet?
Yeah, I have.
Y'all are
Haven't done it yet. And JJ,
I have.
what I call it is the end of the year letter of thankfulness. And
Oh.
I would write a December 31st, 2024. I am so thankful that I was able to and go through each category that you mentioned. Your
Yes,
health,
and
your
in our
business,
Thank
your
You for Our Rich
investing.
class, we look at that. We look at our end statement. We craft, I am so grateful and thankful now that I have achieved blah, 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 blah. So I love
Yes,
that.
be
Woo.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, then we're not going to talk about how it's worked so far because most of us haven't done those things. And honestly, I'm with you most years. Okay. So we're going to do something different. We're going to do something that you don't have to have any prior preparation for. Now for Robin, I am sorry because we got to talking about these multifamily and multi-units, and we kind of used up some of the time. So I'm hopeful that you will come back and watch the replay. I will actually, if I have your email, I will send you a link to where you all can get the replay. You can get it in the portal, but I know that some people have been having trouble accessing. So I'm just going to make sure we're all on the same page. Now, I'm not going to do that for every meeting. Tim won't let me keep running the meeting if I keep giving everything away like that. All right. I'm not going to do that. But I failed to manage the time of our meeting today. So I'm going to take that hit and I'm going to send the link out. Okay. For those who have been on from our start time till now. Okay. But we're going to do this exercise. It doesn't take a lot of planning. And if you've only got one pen or one pencil, that's fine. Okay. I'll show you some examples of something that somebody else did. What we just need a piece of paper and something to write with. If you have something to color with, that's even better, but it's not required. Now, you know down there, if you can't read it, I'm going to read it for you. JJ is part of the team that holds the Guinness World Record for the largest group of visioning online hangout. We had over 523 people doing this exact same thing at the same time, monitored by the Guinness Book of World Records representative, and we turned them in and we earned the title. And so our celebration of all that'll be next week. I'm super, super, super excited. And to get 500 and something people online to be able to do this, and they were only required to stay 30 minutes to achieve the world record, but most of the group stayed the entire 3 hours that we were online facilitating. So that tells you there's something to it. Okay. So this is what we're going to do today. We are going to do a vision exercise on paper. So, I said get markers. I said we're going to be creative. I bet some of you are wondering, well, but JJ, I can't draw, and that's okay. It is not about the talent. Our artist online, she might be able to drop in the chat some confirmation. It's about the neural connections. It's the fact that drawing out your words of what it is that you want to accomplish anchors in both hemispheres of your mind, as well as creates new connections that your subconscious is nugging on while you're sleeping or while you're doing other stuff. Every time you are refreshed and remembered of that, it gets stronger and stronger and stronger, which helps us achieve our goals. So that's why this is so important. That's actually why the vision boards work so well for a lot of people, because they see something that's so outside of where they live day to day. They get a little burst of energy to be able to live into, yes, I can get that. And then they get stuck with the stinky diapers and everything. They go back to the humdrum of life, but then they look at the vision board and whoop, they're back at that energy again. And the more we find ourselves in that higher level energy of the things we can accomplish, the more likely our brain is to find ways for us to accomplish it. So I'm super excited about it. Whether or not you can draw today, it's all good. There's no judgment here. All right. Well, JJ, what if I mess up? Y'all, at the end, I'm going to show you my Guinness Book of World Records entry, and I'm going to show you all the mess ups. I mean, and you're going to laugh so hard if you can stay on to the end. Okay. So it's okay. I like my stuff to be correct. I don't care when, this is one in and the other one, they're supposed to both be in. That's okay. I'll just fix it. Not a big deal. But when it comes to writing or drawing or something that somebody else is going to see, or that's going to go into a world record repository, I kind of want it to be correct, But it's okay. And guess what I discovered in the process? Sometimes your brain, most of the time, this is what they tell me. Now, I haven't done the research on this one. I've done the research on the other one. But where'd my picture go? What I'm told is that when we mess up, our brains actually remember that concept even deeper and more. It sticks more because we put so much more energy. Now, granted, it's negative. It's negative energy. When we can turn that around and remind ourselves, well, you know what? This must be an area that I need to work on. Okay. So if you mess up, it's okay. Just keep going. Kind of like real estate investing, right? You make a mistake here or there. You don't quit real estate. You just get back and do it a little bit better next time. All right. What if I'm unsure of the answer? And again, for those of us who like things to be correct the first time, especially if we're using marker, we don't like to write things down if we're not 100% sure. In fact, in many of our businesses, I would suspect that many of us haven't moved as far as we want to move because we don't like to move forward unless we're 100% sure. Well, real estate and life is not 100% sure. So it's so important that we just go ahead and write down what comes to mind. And you can always change it later. You can always correct it later. And even if you got it right tonight, honestly, a week from now, you might look at it and be like, I've been nugging on this. My brain has been marinating on it for a week now. I'm changing my answer. It's okay. I promise. Fair enough? All right. All right. I love the thumbs up. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to walk y'all through this visioning exercise, and I'm showing you this here because I got this from Patty. Patty is the person who, Patty Dobrowski, she's the one who put this together. She goes all around the world. Like if you have a conference, she'll draw the conference while the speakers are speaking, and she'll fill in all the nuggets of the conference and the connections between the speakers. It's amazing. I got this from her, and I'm going to use her icon sheet while people are drawing. You're going to see me flipping through her icon sheet. Okay. It's going to look little drawings like this just to give you a comfort level. All right. All right, we're going to go ahead and get to it. And I don't want anybody to stress because, again, there's no judgment on this. All right. So what we're going to do in the middle of our paper, okay, in the middle of our paper, what I want everybody to do, let me stop this share real quick, is draw some arrows. Wait, don't draw them yet. Don't draw them yet because I forgot to draw mine first. Wait, no. First thing I want you to do is put your name in the middle top of your page. How's that? Put your name in the middle top of your page. All right. And then you're going to draw some arrows. And you're going to see here, I'm not really a big
Arrows.
Yeah, I'm going to show you some arrows. Just some arrows in the middle. I made those a little big. It's okay. And you can pick as many arrows as you like to arrows.
Kevin's icon. Okay.
This is too long, y'all. Arrows. Go ahead and put those in the middle of your page. And I made these a little big, so you might want to make yours a little smaller, but that's okay. Okay. That's okay. Just put them in there. And then on the wait, can you all read that the way it is? Okay, so on the right side of your, no, the left side of your paper, on the open side of the arrows, you're going to put current state. Okay, current state.
The
And
state,
then on
like
the
the
other,
state we live in?
like the state that we're in. Yeah, it's
Okay.
spelled the same as the state that we live in. Yep,
Okay.
current state. And then on the other side is future. You can put future state. I'm just going to put future. Make sure I spell that right. And okay. And
On the other side's future.
yep. So on one side of
Okay.
your arrows is current state, and on the other side of your arrows is future. Now, the reason I said I made my arrows a little too big, I wanted to make sure you saw them, right? Is because on the current state, we're going to have two sections. So as far over as you can and still do a good job, I want you to think about the current state of your real estate business, whether you're actively buying, selling, holding homes, or whether you have a real estate related business. Let's put there your current state of things are going right. What are some things that are doing well? So for example, on mine, I have been selling off properties in states that are not Texas so that I can acquire properties in Texas. Okay, so I'm going to put a dollar sign on mine. Okay, I'm going to put a dollar sign under current state. I'm going to put what else can I put in my real estate business? I'm facilitating this class, y'all. You know what? I'm gonna draw this symbol for West DFW. Okay, I'm gonna draw that symbol so I have a picture in there. Okay, because I think it's great that Tim gave me this opportunity to help him help others, right? Okay, I did a crummy job of that, but like I said earlier, it's okay if you're not an artist. All right, it's all good. This isn't for anybody else. It's just for you. All right. Now, as I'm talking, you might come up with some other things. Now, one thing that I'm going to put under my real estate business, you might come up with something else. In fact, in a second, I'm going to ask you guys, gals, to throw out some things. And if you don't have camera or mic on, you can drop them into the chat. Let's look at some things that you all are putting down. So if I can just get someone to start just calling them out, are things that you're putting down in your piece of current state paper. What y'all got? Money, healthy business. Okay, book for
I put
learning.
that
I
on.
see somebody's got a book for learning.
I'm
Put that book.
slowly moving out of analysis paralysis.
How could we graphically, let's write, oh, I know. See, I'm doing one for the group, y'all. See that? I'm doing one for the group. I was trying, this is part of why I was late. I didn't buy it. My husband gave me this new thing that you can put the phone in any angle, and I was trying to put the phone over this so y'all could see it as I was drawing it. But I'm going to do a big circle, and I'm going to make one of those like no signs. Now, it may not be perfect, but we're going to be all right. Okay, see that there? A no sign. And I'm going to put analysis paralysis. This marker's too fat, so I'm going to drop down to a pen. Anybody else got one?
JJ, something for the group I like to be is to be able to contact people in the group to use them, not just as a West
Well,
DFW.
it's what you all are putting down on your paper. It's what you
Well,
all are putting down on your
okay.
paper. So
Well, I'm
I'm putting
trying
my
to-
stuff in. Give me
Okay.
one that you put down. Give me one that you put on your paper.
I want to utilize people in the group to help other women.
Okay, how about how can we represent that? Like a cell phone? What do y'all think?
A
Yeah.
cell phone with Win next to it, which is the name of our group.
Okay. Actually, you know what? Wait. Let me grab that icons thing. Wait, let me grab it. Okay, let me see if I can share that with y'all.
I'm gonna try like 4 windows in a building, or that I'm focusing on units as opposed to just single family. Would that
Yeah,
work?
4 windows in a
Four
building.
windows.
Oops, I made a window with 4 panes.
There's the windows. There you go.
Let me see.
Are you talking to
Oh,
me?
Oh, yeah, it's okay. I did that. That's not what you meant, but it's okay. Let me
No.
draw. So somebody come up with something for that I just drew. I mean, you know what? Sometimes the mistakes are okay. Okay, here I've got a house now with 4 windows.
Yep.
That's our multifamily house. That's our multifamily house. Okay. So on
Yeah.
mine, I've got money, I've got West DFW, and because it's important to me, I am actually going to put family on my current state list because I don't want to build an empire and lose my family. You know,
No.
my ex was building an empire and lost his family. And I don't want to duplicate that. And I'm one of them people, I get in those modes where like, okay, y'all do whatever you want to do. I'm doing this. I'm doing this. I'm getting this test. I'm moving and shaking. I'm doing this research. I'm calling these people, right? So I'm going to actually put some hearts on mine for family. I'm going to put some hearts on mine for family. And then I'm going to scroll down through these icons so that you guys can see maybe a couple others. Because what I'm looking for is to see if she's got one that's a phone, like an old fashioned
Well,
phone, you know?
instead of that, use the circle of arrows, and then above it put our win icon, because we want to refer each other.
You asking me to try and actually really draw?
No, it's just a circle with the arrows. It's already on your icons list.
Oh, where does she have? Oh yeah, this the recycle
Circle
one.
with an arrow.
Yeah, instead of recycle, it's referral.
Referral. All right.
So let's refer to each other. Like I just referred a contact to Ruth Ann, and she was talking to her right before the class. So I gave her a referral, but let's use each other in the referral. I want to network this year. So
All right, we got it in there.
Network. I like that.
Okay, now, this is the group. Let's go back to our own. Now, these are the things that they're going well. They're going well. Oh, you know what? We should not have put that there. That's a future state. Although it's working now. It's working now. We maybe want more of it. So we'll find a way to put more of it in our future state. But now what we want to look at before we get within the space between what we put on and our arrows is what is hindering us. So what are some things that are hindering us right now, regardless of where we want to get to in the future? You know, what are some things that are hindering us right now? And so you can write it in words or you can draw it. I know for me, I'm just going to write in words. And if you have markers, you might want to switch colors on this. I'm going to write my words in red because that way it's like danger. And so for you, whatever it is for you, I want you to put it on your paper what it is for you that's hindering you, and just a couple things. So on a big one that I'm going to show you later, we did a ton of stuff, but we're not doing that today. This is just about our real estate business. And I'll even go first on this one. And let me see if there's more icons that you guys might look at. One of the things that's really like hindering me in my real estate business is I feel isolated. I'm out in Erath County. We have like 1 or 2 courthouse sales a month, you know, and I just feel like I have the team with our networking group. I have the team with West DFW REI, but I don't have the team because I'm 2 hours away, right? So I'm going to put isolated. Okay. What else? What are some other things that came to your mind that you're putting down on your paper?
I didn't have a van for 6 months, so it wasn't that I was isolated. I didn't have transportation. And for me, I'm in a wheelchair, so I can't I can't just call a cab. So
yeah. So we'll put mobility. Can we put mobility down for that?
That's a good word.
Okay. Okay, we'll put mobility. Anyone else?
I like that top right one, where you can't be secret about what you do. You've got to let people know. The top right was kind of like broadcast.
The speakerphone. The speakerphone.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that for a challenge? What's the
That's-
challenge?
You've got to say what you do and let people know what you're doing. You can't keep
So,
quiet.
so Devin, are you saying that you don't do that now? That's a challenge for you. You need to do more of it.
I was shocked that I didn't have the business I had in California, but I realized that I moved to a new state and nobody knew me. And I go, well, what's going on? And I realized that, well, you just don't tell people you aren't known here. You need to tell them what you can do for them, how you can help them, and make it clear. Otherwise, how would you have the same business? Those people in California knew you. They trusted you. These people here don't know you.
Right. Right.
So
Okay, that's
to
great.
speak
That's
of-
great, Devin. Does anybody, I've got that down on our group one. Does anyone else want to add one to that you put on your personal page? Do you want to add it to the group?
Timing. I'm not, I get a referral and I'm not getting in there fast enough. So other real estate people put in a higher bid or faster bid. So timing of
Ah,
referrals. So I'm
all right.
getting them, but I'm
Timing.
not reacting fast enough.
I see. Yeah, you and me both, sister.
Mm.
Well,
I
wanna
like
know
what Misty, I like what Misty dropped in the chat here, and I see, okay, wait a second. Misty, if you could also put in there, the LLC and S Corp, is that your current one, your current situation? I'll add that in black. But, and then Valerie, I see that you put in mindset. Is that a challenge or is that in the current? So just go ahead and drop that in the chat. I'll add it to the group. I like down here where Misty said fear of failure and bad habits. Okay, so let's put bad habits and then fear of failure. Fear of failure. I was writing bad habits and thinking fear of failure and wrote beer. And I don't drink. As a minister, I don't drink. So bad habits. Okay, we got bad habits and then mindset. Okay, she says, Valerie says that's under challenge. Okay, and then let's do one more. So much to learn. Yes, sister. I put that on my personal one actually, so I'm glad somebody else brought it here. So much. I said because I don't have the knowledge of Texas like I would like, and this group has taught me that I can't just come out here and tell you what worked in Maryland and Alabama and Louisiana and all the other in Virginia. Like this is Texas. Everything is different, bigger, and better in Texas. So I've
Everybody's
learned a
moving.
lot.
Everybody's moving here too. So
Well, I don't know if I like all of that, but I'm more transplant myself, so I can't complain. Can everybody just stop raising the real estate prices until I get my stuff situated? Please, please, sir, please, ma'am. Okay, okay. Now here's what I want you to do. And if you have access to different colors, you might take different colors. So here's the group. Okay, these are the ones that you all gave me. The current situation in black, I probably went too far there. And then the challenges in red. Okay, here's mine. I'm going to just, be transparent so everybody feels comfortable sharing. I felt isolated, need to learn more Texas knowledge. Okay. I forgot to write my family that I take them for granted sometimes. Now, one thing that's going well is my family's more involved with my business, but I also know that I still have a long way to go on that. So that's why they're on the current state and the challenges. All right. So now what I'm going to do is we're going to write next to each one of these. If you don't have room, get a smaller pen or just do it somewhere else. It's okay. Next to each one of these challenges, we're going to write what we're learning. See, the challenges that come into our life, there are opportunities for growth. And when we can sit back and say, okay, what am I learning from this? What am I learning from this? What could I be learning from this? And sometimes we're not sure, and we might have to take it into prayer. Now, look, we've got 20 minutes left today. I know we're not going to all pin down what we're learning from our struggles, but I'll share with you some of mine. And when it talks about the whole family, I talked about, having the car accident earlier and having to adapt to a whole nother way of life. And one of the things that it's taught me is that it's okay to slow down and it's okay to let other people help you. And so in the whole isolated thing, I think what I'll write for myself is, and I got to think about this because I'm doing this on the fly. I think one of the things that I'm learning from it is that I can rely on other people to stand in the gap. So maybe I don't have a good title company here in Stephenville, but the other day when I rang up I texted one of our sponsors, Martin Garcia, and I said, okay, that school building is still on hold, but this other deal just popped up and I'll have some information for you on it soon. And he was immediately right back, okay, I'm ready. Let me know the details and we'll get it written up and as far as the title work and the closing. And so in the past, I try to do everything with people that I'm sitting right next to rather than distance. But we've kind of gotten to know each other through the group. I feel like I took too long to explain that, but that's kind of what I'm gonna figure out how to write down. Like I can trust others. So maybe I'll just put trust others under mine. Does anyone else want to share for me to add to our group what you wrote down under things that you've learned through the challenges? So we had don't be a best kept secret, really gotta let people know who we are. We have learned that lots to learn. We had bad habits, mindset. Let me fix that real quick. Mindset. Okay, what have you learned? If you can drop it in the chat, that's cool. And if you want to share it out loud, that's cool. I got to think about mine. So I'm going to just stop talking. I'm going to scroll up. And you don't have to draw these, but if you want to, I'm just going to scroll to another page that maybe we haven't been on for a while. I don't think we've been on that one. Need Texas knowledge, humility for sure. I like knowing everything, but I don't.
Well, I'll bring it up instead of writing it on following up on my challenge.
Yes. What have you learned from it?
To follow up, and I learned this because sometimes you might have thought it was sold and a year later the property pops up again. And so I follow up. So the challenge is to go back to things that you thought were sold or referrals and they're still there. So, and this is stuff, even I find on real estate pages that's been listed for 90 days and you come back and they're still listed. And so I would say just following up on leads or contacts, even if it's
I'm
a
gonna
year
put follow up just because of the space. I'm going to put follow up. So that's really good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyone else care to share? Analysis. I see it. Okay. Well, learning that changing my mind is a process. Okay. And you know what I love about that? Oh, yeah. You know what I love about that? It's a process. Is because a lot of times we want, okay, I showed up to this meeting and boom, I'm fixed. And I did this workshop and boom, I'm fixed. And I bought this course and boom, I'm fixed. And it's a process and we have to learn to trust the process. So I'm going to put that here. I love that. I love that. It's a process. All right. So now we have our current state. We have some of the challenges. We have some of the things we've learned. And if you don't have 3 arrows, see if you can squeeze a third one in. You don't have to, but if you can, I meant to do that and I realized later I forgot to. So does anyone else, before I move on, taking my need to learn list and making each one. Okay, I love that. Okay, so how do we do that quickly? Let's see. Okay, okay, I'm sorry, there's a message there. Hey, if you are a real estate agent, I know we've got 1 or 2 on the line. Go ahead and drop your information in the chat. All right. So how do we quantify that? Sarah, how do we quantify that? Little steps. How about baby steps? Can we do baby steps? Okay, baby steps. And being okay with baby steps. Cause I don't know about y'all, but I'm a go big or go home kind of person, right? Like I got this big personality. We're gonna do this. No, sometimes it's one little step, baby steps. I love that. I love that, Sarah. Okay, let's see. What else have we got? Okay, not scared to ask for help. Where are we putting that up? Okay, thanks, Devin. I see your information there. Fantastic. Thank you. Um, let's see.
Hey, hey, hey.
Where are we?
JJ, you know what I did? I moved from one company to another because one was more supportive of personal investments.
You moved
Going
from what?
at the industry.
No,
Well,
no,
I
no.
moved
I'm
from
hold
one
that,
company,
hold
one
that.
brokerage.
I'm looking for the person who put in oh, that
Oh,
was Lisa. I'm not scared to ask for help. I'm looking for where to put that on our group one. I'm looking for where
help.
to put that.
Oh,
What does that go with? What do we want to put that with? And then we had timing and bad habits.
well, not scared to ask for help is more to face my challenges. I had to, because I didn't have a van, I had to figure out a different way. So I had to change my mindset, but I also had to physically change things because I couldn't go to look at a house. So I had to ask
Ah,
for somebody to do a walkthrough for me that,
Oh,
or to take pictures. So I had to compromise.
yeah, and that's so difficult, isn't it? But that's a shift that you made, and now you know that you can still do these things. Maybe just you don't do these things. I love it. Okay, now Devin, I'm glad you put your information in there. Somebody asked me privately for that, so I'm gonna let them and you have that chat conversation privately
okay.
while we move
Thank
on.
you.
Okay,
Yes.
all right, because that's what this group is for. Okay, okay. So now what we want to do is we want to look at our future state. Okay. We want to look at our future state. And if we had more time, I'd ask everybody to get up and kind of move around and, do something funny so we can kind of get ourselves reset. But I got like 13
Loose.
minutes and I'll make sure we get this done. Okay. So we're
Okay.
going to look at our future state. Now, before we start drawing pictures, I want everybody to kind of think about the future state. How do you feel December 31? How do you want to feel about your real estate business? How, maybe you want to be, you're more open, you've built a team, you've got certain amount of deals. I'm going to write mine in green just because, green for go. I don't know. Just because the person who taught me to do this, she used green and I just copied her. Right. So here we go with the thing. So I'm gonna put at least on mine and on the group one, abundance in all ways, right? Because abundance isn't just
No.
money in the bank, it's about the entire life. Okay. And many of us with health injuries, aging, our parents aging, our children struggles, we have had a lot of things that impede our abundance. And so it's time for us to really take that back this year. All right. So I'm going to put abundance in all ways. But there's some other things that you might want in your future state. Someone said they were focusing on multifamily. Maybe they want to write down, a number of doors for their next apartment complex that they want, whatever it is, we'll just do maybe 2 or 3 words of things that you want to feel and have at the end of the year. I want abundance in all ways, my health, wealth, spiritual growth. I want a family that honors and appreciates my business. So I'm actually going to draw that. I'm going to write appreciative family, so appreciative, supportive family. I'm not drawing, I'm writing. I will draw. I know how I'm going to draw that one though, because I'm not that creative, but that one will be easy. So that's what I'm writing on my own personal one. Another thing I want by the end of the year is I want some Texas property, y'all, other than the house that I'm in. I've been negotiating several deals. I want by the end of this year, I want to have at least 2 Texas properties. So I'm going to write this down. And
Good.
that's going to help me feel accomplished. All right. So just for yourself, go ahead and write those down. What is it that you want to feel? Okay. Maybe you want to buy your first home. Maybe you have a home, but you want to buy your dream home. Maybe you want to create a company. Maybe you want to have some other things, you know, in your life that would that are currently hindering you with real estate. But you know, once you have these things, you can do more real estate. Or flip side, once you have more real estate, now it opens up for you to do more things. Because I think about when I was going through that car accident, how if I hadn't had my real estate investments, there's a lot of medical care I would not have been able to afford, because the Air Force, they tell you take some Motrin to get back to work, and then a year later you're like, my brain still doesn't work, and they're like, oh well, too bad, you should have did something about it, you know, 8 months ago. So I did a lot of healthcare out of pocket. I wouldn't have been able to do that without my real estate. So think about some things, and when you get one or two and you're happy to share, please let me know so I can add it to um our group page.
Texas.
Someone have, what's that?
Texas properties. I had in Leeds. I decided on Leeds all over the country. I agree with you, JJ. Too far away. Didn't know the area. Not
And in
no
my
comfort
case, you know,
zone
being
there. I want to be
military,
close,
I
close
knew
to
the
home.
areas when I bought them. I knew the areas when I bought them, but after you're gone, the trades, the same guys aren't doing the trades anymore. The same ladies aren't doing the trades anymore. They're not,
Uh-huh.
the realtors are either not realtors or they retired. Like everything changes. You've gone somewhere for 15 years. So, all right, we
Uh-huh.
got Texas properties. All right,
Texas
anybody
properties.
else? Can I get one or two more? First multifamily, yeah. Okay, now I'm gonna make, we did the house with the 4 windows in our current state, okay, as a group. I'm gonna put first multifamily, but when I draw it, I'm gonna draw it with more, I'm gonna draw a longer one with more windows. First
There you go.
multifamily, all
Good.
right. All right, so now I'm gonna ask you all, you don't have to draw a whole lot. But if you can think of something to draw, let me switch to another icons page. I think we've been through all of them, so now I'm just going back through them again. Take each one of these feelings and draw something that goes with it. So for example, when it comes to buying that Texas real estate, I thought there was a trophy on here. Is there a trophy on here? I don't see it.
I
But
didn't see it.
I'm going to draw a trophy, because I am going to feel like such a winner when I finally lock down this real estate, these deals. All right. And if they don't, there'll be 2 other ones. All right. But I'm going to draw a little trophy. And again, that looks like a cup. Oh, let me put that on here. And let me do some little lines, some lines around it. Okay. There's my trophy. JJ's going for the win, y'all, with Texas properties. Okay. And so then I'm for my appreciative and supportive family, because you know a family they'll love your business, spending your money, but that doesn't mean they love your business, right? And so I'm just putting lots of love for that one. I was going to put dollar signs in the hearts, but I think that just might be a little overkill, might be a little weird. You know, now let's try one and see how it looks. One for each of the boys, and then little hearts that are not going to have dollar signs in them. And I'm gonna put of business so it's clear, business. Okay. So just take a few moments. I'm gonna scroll to another icon page if that will help anybody. Oh, handbags. She's got handbags on the next one. And just draw a little something to help anchor that in. Okay. I think for abundance, what am I gonna draw for abundance? I think I want to make a river of living water. How do I make a river?
Mm,
Oh,
like a
wait, I could,
road with water.
yeah, that's what I'll do. There we go. Oops, I made it green. All right, my river of living water. I'm gonna color that blue. Now, if you have time that you can color some stuff, you can as we're talking, or you can do it later. But what I want us to do is just kind of put a few things in. So now give me some drawings that you all did. If y'all show me some of your drawings or just talk through it with me. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me check the chat. Okay, I'm gonna draw for that first multifamily. Here we go.
Baby girl. I love baby girl. Okay.
Right. And we're gonna ask that if you're you got kids or pets or things, just go ahead and mute if you're like me. So I've drawn the first multifamily there. Okay.
Okay.
Steady cash flow from wholesaling. All right. I think let's see, let's put that in here. Steady cash flow. Okay, and it doesn't have to be perfect. We don't have to have pictures for everything, but I think when I think of steady cash flow from wholesaling, I'm going to do this money bag that she's got here. And I'm going to do a couple of them or 3 of them. Oops. Good thing it doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm going to put arrows. So it's like perpetual income. That makes sense. And if I can draw an arrow. Okay. All right. So again, when we get done, and if you have time, and I'll stay on if anybody wants to do it together, go ahead and color those in. But for today, we need to wrap up. We've got officially 2 minutes left. So I want to tell you what goes in the 3 big arrows in the middle of the page. Okay. The 3 big arrows is going to be 3 bold changes, 3 bold steps. Okay. And so that's what's going in the middle of the page. And that is, the very first one is a thing that you're going to do. Okay. So what is something you're going to do? Something bold, something that kind of scares you a little bit, but something that you are going to do. In order to get from my current state with my current challenges to my future state, what is one big bold thing you can do? And I'm going to tell you, y'all going to laugh at me because if you've ever looked me up, I have a ton of websites. But one thing, oh, yeah, you did. You got you a mentor. Woo. All right. One thing that I have always been leery of is buying into real estate systems, especially when I moved here and found that most of them don't work for ERAF. But I said, you know what? I've got this membership. It's got a website. I am just going to install it and I'm going to try the tools that are in our sponsor kit. And so I'm going to write down for here, I'm going to use the tools and in small silent parentheses will be actually, right? I might even put that up here. I'm going to use the tools. And something might not work. It's okay. I'm going to try it for a couple months. If it doesn't work, I'll move on to the next one. Right? But I have been hesitant to try the tools because I didn't want to set up and waste time on something that didn't work. Well, how am I going to know if it works if I don't do it? Right? So one big step you're going to take. What is something big you're going to do? Maybe you're going to open up an office. Maybe you're going to hire a VA, a virtual assistant. Maybe you're going to start making a set number of phone calls, and you're going to start smiling and dialing. Maybe you're going to start driving for dollars. Maybe you're going to start leaning on wholesalers. Maybe you're so used to doing your own research, but now time and energy and health has escaped you. Maybe you're going to start relying on wholesalers, even though your past experiences taught you that many of them don't know what they're doing, right? The good ones are worth their weight in gold. So we really hope that Sarah succeeds. So, but a lot don't know what they're doing, right? So, I'm going to write here. And I'm going to put a little, I should have put this in here, but I didn't do it. So I'll put available tools. Okay. So that's what I put on mine because I have all this stuff. Okay. Y'all don't have to raise your hand. But if you're anything like me, I've got all these courses that I've never finished. I've got all these access to resources that I've never actually called or used or installed or even tried. Like I'm just like, that won't work. Well, I haven't even tried it. Then if they're giving it away for free, it won't work. You haven't even tried it. If it's part of this, and this is not just with our group. This is a problem I've had with every REIA group I've been in since 2007 when I joined my first one, you know. And so I'll talk to people, I'll do what they're doing, but when it comes to all that stuff, I'm like, it's too much. It's too much for me to figure out. It's too much. No, enough with all that. Time out for all that. Okay. So let's see what some of the things that you all are putting down. Hopefully I've talked long enough for y'all to have something in here, a big, bold move that kind of scares you a little bit because you're worried you might fail. You're worried it might eat up your time and your money, but you never know. Unless you try it. What is something that you have put out? All right. Put that back to everyone in meeting. Okay. Anyone want to share? I know I can put that in our group one. I put that in the group one. Oh, I'm so sorry. All right. Well, I guess that's in the
It'd be the
Like
same for me. I have a lot of tools that I've never utilized, so it is time to put the work into learning these tools that I have. So it's
and
not
some of
wrong.
those tools, maybe I should put resources, but I put tools already available.
How about one at a time? We take on so many programs and you don't ever really give one program a chance because you move on to the next and there's another shiny object and another shiny program.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to try one, get it. I'm going to do the website. That's going to be my first one, right? That's on my goal for 2024. I'm going to actually install the website that Tim has been telling us to install. And I might even go premium, y'all. The financial planner might even come off with some money. Well, just to see, you know, it's there. And, you know, sometimes we're so busy. Like if my hands make this ball and this ball represents the sum total of all the things we really could do, a lot of times we're frozen because we can't do this thing out here. Okay. Never mind the fact that most of us aren't even doing what we could do inside the ball. We're not doing what we could do that we actually have access to. We're so busy pining away for what this person can do over here that we can't do, or what that person can do over there. But if we would just do even a finger's worth amount of the stuff inside the ball of our possibility, then we would find more success. And not only that, when let me get another piece of paper so I can draw this better for you. If this is the ball, this is what we can do. Okay, this represents the things that we can do. Most of us don't do. We're so busy worrying about the stuff that we can't do. And we pine away for the stuff that we can't do. Okay, the stuff that we can't do. But if we would do the stuff that we can do, so let's say I'm going to take this one over here. And this one would be install website. This is good, y'all. If you've got to go, give me about 20 more seconds. Okay. Because this is going to help you in every area of your life. Okay. So this one in the middle there says that little dot, that's install the website. Haven't installed the website because every REIA group I go to has the exact same platform and they all have the same website. And I figure if everybody's doing it, you know, it's probably not what I need to be doing, right? Because I'm an individual, I'm unique. All right. But if I install the website, for my case, be different for your case. What happens then when we finally do what we could do, our sphere of influence with that expands. So now this isn't just this black circle isn't just what I could do anymore. Now I can do these other things because I did something that I could do. Now, even if that's real, you know, good thing this is a group for ladies. Even if I flop with the website, even if you make the phone calls, even and nobody ever returns your call and you get no contacts, even if you take this step forward to hire, you know, or explore some wholesalers and they all flop, Even if Sarah gets out there and says, I did my absolute best research, I used everything I learned from Tim and I put it out there and I know I did a good job, but none of the investors bought from me. Even if you go out there and that happens, you have still expanded the circle of what you can do in the future. And one thing leads to the next thing. Draw this out. Leads to the next thing, leads to the next thing. And the next thing you know, you have reached your goals. And there are times in my professional life where I have done something that was outside of my comfort zone. Okay, I've done something that was outside of my comfort zone. I didn't even do a very good job, but I trusted the process and I put myself out there and I did the thing. And maybe the thing didn't work out the way I needed it to work out, but it opened up doors with other mentors who said, oh, she's doing the thing. Let's bring her along. Telling you, if you get this down, it's going to change your life, not just in 2024, but your life. All right. Okay. So let me go back in here and see if we've got any more things in the chat. Okay. First rental. Oh, I missed that one. Okay. First rental. Let me put that in here. First rental. All right, so use available tools. That's our big bold move for this for me. You have yours, whatever it is. Now, the next arrow is something that will help you. It's a tactical. So the first big bold move, that's strategic, okay? And I know that use the tools sounds strategic because sounds like it's not strategic, because strategic is like the big overarching picture. Well, the big overarching picture is use the stuff you got. And so the second arrow is more tactical. It's like the hands-on. How am I going to use the stuff I got? Well, I couldn't quite tell who was speaking because I was busy drawing, but the thing that for me is one at a time. So somebody said it, but I didn't catch who you were, but one at a time. I'm going to try the tools one at a time so I don't get overwhelmed. So on my personal one, I'm going to put one at a time. And for me, that's tough because, again, I'm a go big, go home. If I can't get it all laid out and get all the things installed over the weekend and really hit this thing hard Monday, then I don't even want to do it. Don't even call me, right? But that hadn't been working. So when things aren't working, it hadn't. No, wait, don't get me wrong. That has been working, but it's not gonna get me where I want to go for 2024. You see what I'm saying? So we need to know that we can find something tactical. What is something you can do to help break down the big overarching bold move into something you can do? And for me, I'm going to put one at a time. Does anyone would like to share what you've got on yours? I would love to put it in the group. Yes, Sarah, I'm so proud of you. I am. All right, let me change this here. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Somebody give me something to put in this tactical arrow for our group. So this is the big bold. Tactical support. Okay. You can speak up or you can put it in the chat. Tell me what you're writing on your page. Or put it in the chat.
Mm.
Hmm?
Mm.
While I'm waiting for someone to give me what they've got, I'm just gonna keep coloring my original one. Evan, were you gonna give us one, or Misty? I see you guys have your mics off. Your mics are open.
I think we get overwhelmed, and the one at a time. Get expert at one tool at a time, and they all add up.
Okay. I like it. So I'm gonna put one at a time. Is everybody else resonating with that? If you're online, give me a nod or a thumbs up, or put
Thumbs up.
yeah, okay, thumbs up. Follow the steps. Okay, well okay, so I'm looking at the chat. Valerie, what did you have for your big one, your big bold move? What's your big bold move? Was that to get a mentor?
Write
I
an
think
offer.
you already did that. You already did that. Okay. Oh, well, look at this. Okay, follow the steps your mentor gives us. How many of us who've been in this group for a while, how many of us, if we follow the steps that Tim gave us, we would be multimillionaires right now? Okay, I like that. So here's where I'm going. Um I like follow the steps. And then who was that up there? That was Sarah. Recognize the distractions are taken away from my one goal. And that might be a good one under the last arrow too. So follow the steps, follow the steps. Is there a better way to word that? Because I'm sure it's not just somebody gives you a checklist and you're like, I'm not doing that. I'm sure that's not that's not the only thing that's going on here.
Follow through with the steps.
Okay. Giving her
I'm
some
not
time to
seeing-
check to type it up. And what are some other things? So let me ask you all, when somebody lays out a plan for you, whoops, I just put the green and the black and black and the green. When somebody writes out, now I've got them all over my fingers. When somebody gives you, hey, here's the blueprint. What are some reasons why we don't do it?
I find for myself that sometimes there might be something simple, like get a website going so I can get wholesalers out there. I don't know anything about a website and like social media. I don't use Facebook and TikTok or any of that myself personally. I have no idea how to get on it and use it. And so, something as simple as we'll just go put it on Facebook. There's a lot to that because I don't know how to use Facebook.
So
And
it's
so
knowledge.
it's knowledge. So it's like just
Knowledge.
everything I go to do is okay, I need to learn how to do that. And it's like, well, okay, well, I'll take a break on that, then I'll turn to something else to do, and it's like, well, I don't know how to do that either. And so it's just this constant learning. And it gets a little overwhelming and kind of gets me down a little bit sometimes.
If y'all can hear me.
YouTube tells you anything.
But the thing is it's always changing, and there's always new stuff, and there's always new
Right.
tactics. So it can get very overwhelming. All right, let's go ahead. I'm gonna put avoid overwhelm. And then I'm going to give one that I think might help Valerie. Hopefully she's still on. That I'm not sure applies to the use tools and one at a time, but definitely applies to when we don't always want to get when want to follow what our mentors teach us, and that is to trust the process. So there's two that I apply to myself when I find myself in this rut of people are pouring into me, and I paid them to pour into me, or they naturally poured into me, and I'm still not moving. I'm too sluggish of doing what they do. One is to trust the process. And I'm going to put that somewhere. And the other one that I like, and I don't know how to fit it in the small arrow that I did, is suspend the need to know how. So for us, we often say, okay, well, I'm going to how that works out. So we say, oh, well, I want to do this. Well, we can't put that down on our goals list because I don't know how to do that, and I don't know how that's going to work out. And again, it's like the example of what we can do and what we can't do. Sometimes it's about the journey, not the actual result. And honestly, none of us can control the results. We cannot control the results. I think we're pretty much done with this icon. So I'm going to stop that share so I can say this in a nice big view here. We cannot control our results. The only thing we can control in the equation is our inputs. Sometimes we can control our environment. You know, if we have people who are speaking negativity to us, we can pull them away. We can shun them. We can love them from a distance. Okay. So, but we can't always control our environment. We can't always control our finances in the short term. We can't always control our health. If I could control my health, I would have never been hit by that kid driving too fast in the rain on his cell phone. I would have, if I could control that, don't you know I would. And I can't control that. I couldn't control that. So I control the controllables. And that's what I put in. But I can't tell you that tomorrow I'm going to be a multimillionaire. I can't tell you that. All I know is I can show up and I can trust the process and I can believe that the process works. And I can look back over my life and say, wow, the process worked. Maybe it didn't work the direction I wanted it to. Maybe it didn't work with the speed I wanted it to work, but the process works. Does that make sense today?
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're going to put in here, because when we do the tools, I like trust the process. I like suspend the need to know how, but I'm going to tweak it a little bit to suspend the need to be an expert.
Mm.
Because I think that blocks a lot of us. But which one would y'all, let me get some, you drop it in the chat or whatever. Let me know what y'all think about which one I should put in our group one. Okay. I know for me, I'm going to put trust the process because that's my biggest thing. I don't trust other people. I don't trust the people who are putting the tools together to actually be putting together something that's going to help me instead of helping them to my money. That is a personal block. I'm sharing that with you. I'm being real with y'all. That if you ask why I don't take half the opportunities that I could take to elevate my business, my speaking, my whatever it is, half the time it's fear. I don't trust that you're creating a win-win solution for me. And if I don't trust that you're creating a win-win solution for me, I'd rather miss out. Well, it's time out for that because I got big goals. All right. Okay. Oh, protection. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So what do you want to do? What do y'all want to do for a group? What are y'all writing down for yourselves? How about that? What are you writing down for yourselves? What is a mindset shift that you have to make in order to execute the tactical things or make that big bold move? What is one mindset shift that you have to make? Go ahead and put that in your arrow, in your third arrow, and then you can tell me what it is for our group.
Sarah, computer savvy, media, that type of thing. We've got millennials that
Devin, can you
would
guys
be
take that one
happy.
offline? Can you all take that conversation offline for me? Because
Sure.
I want to wrap this up. And right now we're looking at mindsets. So tell me, what did you put down for mindset? What did you put down for mindset? What's a mindset shift that you have to make?
Mine's just give myself a break, you know,
Ooh.
to give that grace and say it's okay and not have to be full metal to the pedal all the time. I can slow down because it'll come.
All right. All right. Anyone else? I know Devin was about to say something, but I want to make sure we open it up for everyone else because I like that. Give grace.
Give grace.
Give myself
That's
grace.
beautiful.
You like it?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I've got
Trust
two local.
yourself.
Well, myself wants to sleep in. I don't think myself has earned the trust yet. Because
Okay.
I book into my calendar every day, sales calls from 9 to 9:30. I'm supposed to be smiling and dialing, or I'm supposed to be sending emails. And guess how much of those sales calls I've done in the last 2 weeks? Zippo. And the holidays were over. No excuses, right? So I'm sure many of us have that. Okay, I said I was going to do this, but I said I was going to wake up and work out, and then I hit snooze 20 times. So we do need to trust our gut, but sometimes we don't need to trust ourselves. Am I making sense with that? Y'all get where I'm coming from?
Yes.
I don't ever Look, ladies, especially in a real estate environment, I do not ever want anybody under the sound of my voice to be in a place where your gut is saying run, 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 and you be like, well, JJ said don't trust myself. That is not what I'm talking about. All right. I'm saying don't trust the bad habits that have kept you bound all this time. All right. So how did we word that? Was it graceful? How did we word that?
Time block.
I think we said give grace. Is that what we said?
Block.
Okay. All right. I'm going to put that down here in our group. Give grace. All right. And now what we have, and of course, this one is not colored out. I started coloring mine a little bit while y'all were talking, and I'm going to stay on because I want the end of the video to show the group one colored out. So I'm actually going to stay on as long as anybody wants to stay on. You can ask questions while I'm coloring or any of that. But now what we have is a concrete plan to get from where we are today to where we want to be 31 December. And not only do we have a concrete plan, but we have also anchored that plan visually with drawing and evoking the emotion behind what we want in the plan. So now I know some of you, and I don't say I know this, but I know because I know large groups, there's always a percentage of people who did not do the assignment. Okay. So I just want to show you all real quick. I'm going to bring this slide back up, my slides back up. I'm going to show you really quick some of the submissions from our Guinness World Records. And then I'm going to show you mine for the Guinness World Records. Y'all gonna laugh at me, but you're gonna love it because it actually looks really cool. I mean, but I worked on it for 3 hours. Okay, so we did this for 45 minutes. Not actually 45 minutes. Okay, so this is one of the Guinness World Records submissions. It needed all it required is you had a pledge and 3 pictures. And this person said, you know, today I'm a lawyer. My big I want to be a speaker, and so my big bold move is to use my voice. That's what she submitted, and it was accepted by the Guinness Book of World Records. So if it was good enough for them, it's good enough for you. All right, here's another one, and she shared. Now these are ones that were shared with the group. Okay, out of 520 something, these were the 2 that shared theirs with the group and shared it publicly. Okay, these were the this was her current state. She was in ground school. You know, her future state, she wanted to be flying all over the world, and she's doing her flying lessons. Okay, so that's her, and her big bold. I mean, her big bold. Her her big bold. Her big bold step was to actually take the flying lessons, because it's one thing to have book knowledge, right? And then it's a whole nother thing to actually do the thing. And that's where we are with a lot of us with our real estate. We watch YouTube, we go to the REIA group meetings, we come and we take 10 subject to class, and we soak in all the knowledge, but we actually don't move forward for fear or whatever reason. We don't feel like we're good enough, fill in the blank. But
Yeah.
what we've done is create a map to how we're going to move forward. Now, I'm going to show you what I submitted to the Guinness Book of World Records, okay? And I'm going to show you a couple things on this that you're going to laugh at. First of all, does anybody notice the big glaring typo at the top of the page?
JJ something.
Well, that was me messing up my name, okay? So I did my name, and then I did little bling, 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 you know, like around my trophy for feeling accomplished to do Texas real estate. Like I did those around my name, but then it wasn't centered and it didn't look right. So then I tried to do a border, and then I tried to do arrows, and then I just kept layering things, like trying to fix it. And then I tried to color it, and it was a hot mess, y'all. So if you look real closely, you can see like 3 layers of color there. Okay. But look at this. Current state, what I think all about, right? Now, this was a life one. So this is all the areas of my life. Okay. This is my spiritual, business, and family. Look at that. Guinness Book of World Records, and I can't spell. So my original pledge was I pledged to make this a reality. But here was my secondary pledge. Y'all see that? Can y'all read that? My secondary pledge is I pledged to get better at spelling or hire someone else who can do it for me. Because future is spelled Future. It's just like, so we get to the end and we're submitting them all. And I'm like, no way. And I don't have time because your time. You have so much time to get this done in order for it to count as a world record. And I'm like, I don't have time to redo this. So there you have it. JJ Conway, big misspelling in the Guinness Book of World Records archives. There you have it. Okay. But just going through the exercise, I hope it's opened up your eyes. If you wouldn't mind, I would like to hear what you got out of this exercise. And if you're not on camera, that's okay. You can either unmute, even if you're not video, or you can just drop it in the chat. I'd like to know what you thought about this exercise and whether you found it valuable for our meeting today. And while you're preparing that or dropping it in the chat or anything, I'm going to color in our group a little bit. I'm going to color in our group so that it looks a little nicer, and then I'll post that. I'll show it at the end. And I don't know if we can get Tim to post it or not in our group, because I think that would be kind of cool for us. I think it'd be cool for us to go back at the end of the year and kind of look at like, okay, well, what did we do? Did it work? Are we all where we thought we would be? So who would like to share what they got out of our time today? And
You
by
need
the
to
way, our meeting is
visualize.
officially over. Our meeting is officially over. I forgot to screenshot everybody who's here. Oh my goodness. Okay. Y'all help me remember who's not here anymore. There's 8 of us on. I know Ruth Ann was on. And Robin was on. Who else was here? There's one more that
Lisa.
Lisa. She was on. Okay.
McCormick.
Okay. I think that's it. Because we had 11 and I see 8 here. Okay. All right. So tell me what you got. Tell me what you realized. Tell me what you got out of it. Tell me some feedback. Yes or no? Was this good? Did it help you move forward in something? Did you get an aha? I'd like to know. I'd like to know.
I found it helpful because I like the idea of vision boards, and they're great, but like you said, I don't have the time or the space or the want, and my goals aren't tied to what's going to be in a magazine either.
No.
So anything basically that's in a magazine is not going to be there. So I like that because it's personalized. So that's much better.
Mm-hmm. And you can follow this step, like you all can go into your portal and you can, I don't know if Tim allows us to download the videos. I know in the past I could, but I don't know if I still can. But you can go in your portal and you can listen to this again, and you can create an entirely new sheet. And you can do one for your health. You could do one for your family. This one that I did for the Guinness World Records, this is my big major area. So spiritual, family, being able to, wrong side. Spirituality, my family, my health, and my business. Now, all of those are going pretty well, so that's why I put them down in the current state. They're all going pretty well. But like my family here, I've worked really hard this year to nurture a community with my kids. But what I want next, by the end of this year, I want to have nurtured more with my husband. I want more. We're good, but I want more. We're good. We're a great couple. We shop together. We have fun together, but I want more. I want to rekindle more of what we had before that surprise baby in my 40s came along. You know what I'm saying? So you can do this anytime. Thank you. Anyone else? Oh, we've got here in the chats. I've always created vision boards, but it's always been general. I've not narrowed it down to just one idea before. I like that. Yes. I like your process to do your own drawing for Get magazines. Okay. This is not my process. This is Patty's process. So I do want to have truth in advertising. I got this from her. And she told us we could use it with our groups. That's why I gave her credit with the icons, because this is actually her process. But thank you. I learned that we share a lot of the same struggles. Yes, that's what this group is about. Would be interesting to come back to this on a quarterly basis and see how far we come along during the year and grow, and what we can help. I love it. Okay. Well, I'm going to stay on till the last question is answered. while I'm answering questions or while you all are chatting amongst each other, I'm going to be coloring. But if you got to drop off, it's your time. Go ahead and drop off. Thank you all for being here on behalf of West DFW REI Group. I appreciate you being part of our women's group. If you are here as one of my private clients, I hope you've enjoyed your introduction to the West DFW REI Group and that you will be back with us next fourth Mondays. Every fourth Monday at 5:45. And if you are near Granbury, next month, I should be back in my Granbury office. Y'all take care and be blessed. And if you want to stay on the line, you're more than welcome to do so. I'm coloring our stuff in. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Devin.
I just had a question. That book in the background, did you write that? The Thinking, I know there's Think and Grow Rich, but is that?
Yes, that's my study guide. That's my study
Okay.
guide to it. So I didn't write the book, but I bought the rights to republish the original.
Okay.
And well, actually, let me take it back. You don't have to publish the rights. You don't have to pay for rights to publish the originals, 1836 or whatever it is manuscript.
Mhm.
But what this is it's my study guide to it. And so when
Okay.
we do the course, I recommend that everybody get that.
Okay, yeah, because I've read the book. But yeah, I need to get my finances back in order and everything else too. So I got real derailed in life for a while. So
Wait, I'm muted. So a lot of us do when we're just starting out in real estate, but it's not just real estate, it's life.
mhm.
So what's a good plan to get on that? Oh, and Marissa, I'll do that in just a second. Let me walk down this line with Sarah real quick. Go ahead and plug that in for me, please. Plug it into the board down there and plug it into the floor. So what's a step forward?
Um, I need to start with a budget. I
Yeah,
was
you got the budget gal, the queen of cat.
I used to, I mean, to the penny, and now, oh my gosh, I've never lived in dread of looking at my bank account or a credit card or anything. It just I really let things go out of control for a while, and it's not cool. Oh, something froze.
Please. Hello, hello, hello. Am I
Yep, you're here. Yep.
you know, I found out I thought I was a money nerd, that I was super, super good.
Oh, I think we lost you again.